Okay, so I'm going to take a baby from the picture that was on a beanbag on a neutral backdrop and put it into the digital backdrop onto the DreamCatcher. So the first step in Photoshop is, to find your tools, is to get the magic wand tool, or the shortcut is W, and outline around the baby. So once you have the baby outlined, then go to refine edge, and then you can just change the radius so you can see that it takes in all the little hairs and things around the baby. And then you will go to edit, copy, then into the DreamCatcher image, edit, paste. Now I'm going to use my move tool, and then I am going to use the free transform tool, edit, free transform, and I'm going to adjust the baby, make it smaller, or adjust it so she's in the DreamCatcher. Now this is taken from an edited image, so it's not the perfect image to show this, but what I'm also going to do is paint a shadow under the baby. So I'm going to just click on the new layer, and I'm going to get my paintbrush right here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and a soft brush. And what I'm going to do is I am going to just paint a really small shadow under the baby. I'm going to put a layer mask on it just to paint it off a little bit. Now obviously I'm not taking as much care as I would if I was actually giving this to someone, but I'm just painting, making sure that there's no paint on the baby. And I'm going to just bring down the opacity and change the blend mode to multiply. And another thing I like to do is to go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, just to blur the shadow a tiny bit. Just going to make sure it's not on her skin. So with and without the shadow, that looks better. Okay, let me zoom out and you can see that it looks a bit more realistic. So obviously the baby's head it's kind of hanging out. So again, this wasn't the best image, but I don't have other images to work with. I'm just going to just paint, clean up around her hair. Okay, so that's it, and then I would go to layer, flatten image, and then I would probably edit the image from there. So I'm just going to put on a quick action so you can see when it's finished. So I'm using Greater Than Gatsby and Savoy film color base in the Innocence workflow collection. So obviously I would do a lot more if this was a shoot and I was presenting it to a family. I would put in a lot more work, but it's just a really quick edit for the sake of the video.